So when did you first know that you were appointed to represent on contention?
I don't even know if I am. I don't have a better counsel here in Cheshire. I just figured it's sort of, the determination of that contention is going to impact what happens with the motion to close. So it only made sense that if he wasn't, I was wondering the whole time if maybe the attorney that represented him on no trespass was handling that contempt charge. I didn't know.
No, I think it's pretty clear that that was just on that legal issue.
Well, I didn't know because I had spoken to Graham.
Yeah, well, I know the only appearance was in that case. Whether he's getting, separate advice outside court,
So I think you would like to speak to someone else or other people. Well, he's getting advice from other people. I'm not sure he wants to speak to this other attorney who wants to speak to you, but he's requesting a continuance because he did just meet with me yesterday and wants additional time to sort of consider what his options are.
Well, have you been trying to reach him?
He's not a working phone number here.
My response to that is this has been pending for quite some time now.
Well, a lot of it is the result, excuse me, of the delay in the other issue.
But that was resolved in January, and now
And then it's up to the court to reschedule, and it's just.
and it was rescheduled a while ago, I believe. When the time was rescheduled in January, and the state doesn't have to.
But that's a lot of money. It's not that extended period of time in this program.
Were you appointed based on an application for counsel? Or?
I don't know.
It was my understanding.
Did you apply for counsel at some point?
Yes.
I recollect from the court, he said he was applying only for, I think, the motion, and not for the criminal trespass.
I'm just trying to go through this again, so it helps.
It just kept getting administratively moved, and quite frankly, I don't even think I was receiving notices. I was just in contact with the state saying, what's going on with this? I don't even believe I received a notice on this. But I did receive the previous ones. While it was being administratively continued, I never received a notice. Just, there's conversations in the state that this stuff is kind of.
Which is the docket number that the long order on?
That I don't have today.
I don't have it, so it involved.
But I would, again, this charge has been pending for quite some time. We could have discussed this particular charge with that attorney that handled the criminal trespass case. With the understanding that he could have addressed this particular charge with that attorney that handled the criminal trespass case, with the understanding that he may succeed, he may prevail on his motion to dismiss. And he did.
Well, I mean, it's up. He can, whatever relationship you have with that attorney, they define the parameters of that. If the attorney said, "I'm only representing you on this case and nothing else,"
I understand, but if that's the attorney who wants to seek advice, he could have discussed this case with him. This has been pending for a while now, since May.
And I'm not sure if
what I'm saying is, if the attorney said, "I'm not representing you on that, I don't want to discuss it with you unless you pay me $1,000," and you didn't want to pay me $1,000, then it's not going to be a discussion.
I understand, but he could make that decision well before today. That's my opinion.
and I'm not even sure.
The only appointment I have is for a motion to impose on 12-2453. I thought that was the one I did the order on. I guess not.
That's the only statement I have.
In my motion, references 3 separate docket numbers.
Well, I guess, why haven't the two of you got this worked out before this morning?
It was just reset at the end of January, so that was only a month ago, a month and a half, which is not normally on time or anything like this, or court schedule. And I just spoke to him yesterday, for this receipt discovery 2 days ago.
And I provided him the day I was asked to.
Which is
Did
true.
you know this was coming up?
Yes, I did.
Did you know for some time?
I've known about this date specifically for, I don't know, less than a month.
Did you think to check in with the attorney to see what was going on, whether there was going to be any preparation for you, whether they wanted to talk to you ahead of time?
I actually went in like 2 weeks ago, I think, to try to talk to her. A meeting was scheduled, and the meeting was rescheduled.
I think that is accurate. He did appear at the office, wanted to speak to me that moment. I was not available. The secretary scheduled an appointment for him, which I can reschedule because I think the court here, I think I actually scheduled your court meeting also, if I recall.
was just a day later, it was rescheduled, right?
I think actually, when we put it out previously, a couple weeks ago, it was rescheduled because I got stuff before.
Is there anything we can get done today?
We can just do it today, honestly.
I'm not trying to force anybody into any corners, I just want to, over here, I see other people in the courtroom, I'm just guessing that they might be witnesses in this case, I don't think we have any.
I have two witnesses.
But I'm reluctant to make counsel go in and defend somebody on a criminal charge that, if she's not prepared, and frankly, there's no appointment here for her.
I think we can continue,
Yeah.
given that he is asking more of the other.
Well, I have no idea what's going to happen. Part of the problem is that, your mail at the address you give us keeps coming back.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really odd.
Wow. I don't think
We had a 34 Walnut Street address in Keene. I know you lived in Troy at some point, did you, or
No, it's
Swansea?
I was in Swansea for sure, but,
What would be a valid address for you?
34 Walnut Street is a valid address for me. I don't know why things are being sent back from there.
It says return to sender not deliverable is addressed and unable to forward. We have two of those.
It's really weird, because I definitely got an email.
The last one here was, we received it back in the mail on February 10th. It says no longer lives here.
I mean, it doesn't matter now in the address,
Well, where do you actually live?
I'd rather not share that with the board if that's okay.
Well, you need to tell me, because part of the problem is inability to get in touch with you. And if we can't get you through the mail, I'm looking at things that say, give me the exact same address you say you're living at, it's coming back, there's a problem here. So you need to give me the address where you live in case we need to have somebody actually serve you with a notice of a hearing.
All right, so 75 Everett Street.
75 Everett Street?
Yeah.
You actually reside there?
Yes.
So if somebody knocked on the door there with a notice, where we had to change the court date, we couldn't find you. But otherwise, you want the mail sent there, or do you want the mail sent here?
Sure, you can send the mail there.
To which one?
To 75 Everett.
Now, I guess the other thing I want to work out, if the court's going to continue this because this counsel isn't ready, okay, and one of the things you're saying is that you want to talk to other counsel, the case is going to get rescheduled, and it'll be with or without counsel. Understand that? And if you want counsel to be appointed in anything but the motion to impose a sentence in the docket number 2453, you have to apply.
Okay.
There's
So
nobody,
I'm not appointed with the
you're not appointed on these other two motions, the motion and the actual case that was set for today.
I have someone who's willing to represent me.
Pardon me?
I have someone who's willing to represent me.
An attorney?
Sort of.
Well, if it's a non-attorney, then there's a procedure under court rules that has to be complied with. It has to be complied with well in advance of the hearing to announce to the court to approve somebody.
Well, how much is that? I mean, he's here today.
Well, just, then that person can go to the court and say, what's the court rule that I need to comply with in order to represent somebody? And the court has a discretion to allow that to happen or not to allow that to happen, depending on the circumstances. Is that person who's here today able to represent you today?
Probably.
And who is that?
Gary Keene.
Okay. In another case, we may have given Mr. Ian the information. I forget, I don't have the court rule number offhand, but there's some information that has to be filed under oath before that can be accepted. So, I want you to stick around. I'm going to go back and do an order that I'm going to have served in hand to you today. So don't leave until I come out with that order, until that order comes out to be handed to you. Do you understand?
So just to be clear, this case is going to be,
Yeah.
Go to recess.